Nobody won more championships than Martina. It just didn't happen. New standards. Gosh, in singles and doubles and mixed doubles. But you know, those are just numbers. She's the person, and the gods are with her.
I'd like to congratulate Martina. I think she's a great champion, and she always champion is and always will be. I'm very thankful to a lot of people.
For her third U.S. Open championship, and still you have the feeling there are many more thrills ahead for tennis fans from Martina Navratilova.
That's it! They've got the triple.
Fortunately for most of us, we've been around to see her play. Took a while for us to learn how to spell her name or how to pronounce it, but the wonderful thing, when she had to leave her homeland, she chose us.
It's entirely fitting, Martina, that your last match be winning another Grand Slam title. That's just sensational.
I'll take this memory with me and all of you with me for the rest of my life. Thank you so much for being here and hanging around. Thank you.
She's a unique woman. She has the true heart of a champion. Her name, of course, is Martina Navratilova.
Martina Navratilova, just 18 years old and already one of the top women players in the world, is trying to snap Chris Evert's phenomenal string of victories on clay courts. Chris has won 82 straight matches and hasn't lost in 2.5 years. But Martina has had other things on her mind this week besides tennis. She made history in this United States Open at Forest Hills by announcing her defection from her native country, Czechoslovakia, to the United States. Done so that she would be totally free to play tennis wherever and whenever she wanted. The only way she felt that she could become number one. Navratilova knows she can't afford missed shots, for Evert is playing with total confidence. Set 2. A close line call against the highly emotional Navratilova has disrupted her concentration. She's lost 10 straight points, and Evert is serving for the match. Evert defeats her close friend, Martina Navratilova, and accomplishes what she came here to do today. She's in the finals of the United States Open.
Julie, as night began to fall, we witnessed over in the stadium again Martina Navratilova against Janet Newberry.
They're really threading the needle to win points.
Advantage Newberry.
I think the odds are probably with Janet this one.
I think so. The only ace. What a time.
You know, Pat, Martina is such a mature tennis player, you forget that she is still just 19.
I can well imagine that she's heartsick.
Well, it's times like these where you're so down, and plus she has no family here, being
right.
Having defected last year from Czechoslovakia. So these things are pretty tough on her.
I'll say.
Martina has played this match very aggressively.
See the player's hair blowing around. As you can see, almost a capacity house.
15-14.
And it's now match point. There it is. Game, set, match to Wendy Turnbull, 2-6, 7-5, 6-4.
What turned out to be an upset as we lost the number 2 seed, Martina Navratilova. That does it. Navratilova-Stova, women's doubles champions, Forest Hills, West Side Tennis Club, 1977.
22-year-old Martina Navratilova and 16-year-old Pam Shriver came to the Open with similar styles and temperament, but different motives. One came to win, the other to compete. One was the number 1 seed, the other so unheralded, her picture wasn't even included in the official program. Until this year's Wimbledon victory, Martina's game rose or fell with the peaks and valleys of her emotions. There comes a moment in every match that provides a clue to the final outcome. It came here when both players contested their right to the net. Pam Shriver won the duel and ultimately the first set in a tiebreaker, 7-6. Shriver won the match in another tiebreaker. In victory, she had the crowd behind her and her feet already measured for Cinderella slippers.
That's the situation.
Take your seats, please.
Tracy Austin won the
Thank
first
you.
set, 7-5. She leads 4-3 in the second. Martina will serve.
15 love.
Martina Navratilova serving to Tracy Austin. She
Love
trails
15.
5-6 in the second set. She lost the first set to Tracy Austin 7-5.
It's out.
Martina's
Love 30.
serving to stay in this match, but Love 30 having served 2 good serves and both having been returned awfully well by Tracy. Just feel the world is against her.
Nice triple match point for Tracy Austin. That's it. Tracy Austin moves into the final 7-5, 7-5.
In the other semifinal, it's Chris Evert Lloyd, seeded number 1, a 5-time winner of this tournament, against Martina Navratilova, playing here for the 9th time. She's never gotten past the semifinals. These women are meeting for the 42nd time. Martina's serve and volley game against the steadiest, most experienced player in the game. Martina got out in front by winning a very close first set. Both women lifted their games even higher. The pace was physically and mentally exhausting. Martina Navratilova finally won in 3 sets, and she was in the U.S. Open final for the first time in her life. And she admitted she'd wanted this victory very much.
I was so nervous today during the whole day. I mean, I was, I get the butterflies in the stomach. I never really gave up, and I just kept believing in myself that I can come back.
Tracy Austin and Martina Navratilova playing for the Women's Championship of the 1981 United States Open. In other years, Martina was bothered by airplane noise, wind, fans, just about everything. But this time she had things under control. Hardly missing a shot, Martina won the first set, 6-1. Tracy wins the tiebreaker to force the match into a 3rd set.
Austin.
Second serve. A double fault. Tracy Austin has won her 2nd United States Open Championship.
Well, it took me about 8 years to get to the finals, so I hope it won't take me another 8 to win this thing. I would like to thank every one of you who was pulling for me. I really didn't expect as much support as I did get. Thank you.
It's up. So the number 1 seed safely through into her appointed place in the semi-final, where she'll now play the lady who beat her last year, Pam Shriver.
Since then, every time since the US Open last year, quite convincingly. I beat her 2 weeks ago on the same surface. So I'm just going to have to treat this as another match and not really get overwhelmed by the occasion and, you know, just play my game.
Pam, a finalist 5 years before at the age of 16, must avoid being steamrolled by both stadium sentiment and a tough opponent. Martina is showing no mercy. Martina wins it. She feels for her friend but moves forward.
I know that Pam was psyched up, but I think I was just ready to play because I knew that she had to really play unbelievable tennis to beat me.
Martina's got her game face on. Chris is high-strung, and the fans are ready.
Well, I think it's going to be a very interesting match, but I suspect that Navratilova will be extremely powerful and strong and probably win.
Martina's definitely a power player, so I think she'll win on power.
I favor Martina myself because of her superior athletic abilities. Navratilova will win it. She's just too powerful. And all I can say is that she's got it today. There's no question that she will overwhelm Chrissy, I think.
I know how to beat Martina. The problem is putting it into practice, putting it into effect, and she's playing very, very well at the moment. And I think that my strengths are still my ground strokes, and I think that I just have to be very sharp and very accurate with my ground strokes and just try to play my game really well.
Ah, but that's so hard against Martina. In the opening game, she follows every one of her serves, first and second, to net. Chris's baseline game is disrupted, and when Martina attacks on her serve as well, there's little she can do but get put away. Martina's all over, and the crowd shows her its affection. She breaks Chrissy again, and quickly has the first set under control. Chris finally holds serve, but at 5-1, Martina serves for the set. Martina is one set from her first U.S. Open championship. Martina is on the brink. Her quest is almost completed. Everett Lloyd serves at match point. Martina Navratilova defeats a legend and becomes one. Her last 2 years are among the most impressive of all time. As she gives happy high fives to her friends and supporters, she enters the champions pantheon that only victory at the U.S. Open can signify. Chris Everett Lloyd knows the feeling and is gracious in defeat. Martina Navratilova has conquered her demons and stands as the 1983 U.S. Open Women's Champion.
You've made this commitment, and now you dominate. Will you continue to make the commitment? Will there be a letdown now that you've accomplished these goals?
I don't know. That remains to be seen, but I think I'm enjoying the game. So, you know, I'm not burned out, and I'm not thinking, well, now I've done it all, I can relax. I'm going to keep doing it over and over. See, once you get the taste of it, it's like drinking good champagne. You know, once you're drinking, you don't want to settle for anything less. So I think I'll stick it out for a few more years. And I always said, play till I'm 30 and then see what happens.
Oh, yeah. Game 7 match. Martina Navratilova to end this one. In 59 minutes, Martina Navratilova earning a pretty fair hourly wage.
Well, we're going to look at Chris Evert-Lloyd take on Martina Navratilova for the 61st time in just a minute. They're still completing their warm-ups. How do you see the match today?
I think it's going to be very different from a year ago. A year ago, Martina won easily, 1-3. Martina was so tough, both mentally. She was so eager. She wanted to win every single point. She didn't want to give away a single point. This year she's still playing just as well, but you know, she's so far above everybody else that she does get a little nonchalant and take it a bit easy.
Just can't get to it. Martina Navratilova. Those are tears of joy. It was one heck of a match.
This was the 61st time Chris and I have played, and I've said this before. I wish we could have stopped at 30-all, but I guess we kept going. It's been incredible being on the other side court with Chris, as well as on the same side of the court with her. She's a great champion, and I'm sorry that one of us had to lose. Anyway, it's kind of hard to sound sane at this moment, so just thanks everybody. Thank you, Mike, and all the people over there in the box. They were cheering, and thank you all. Thanks.
She hesitated that touch.
6-2.
Was so resolute and so determined and calm and relaxed. Martina knows she was outplayed, outbeaten today. She gave everything she had.
7-6, 1-6, 7-6.
I think she's playing pretty much on a par with what she usually plays. I felt like she didn't serve quite as well as she probably would have liked, especially in the first set. She missed, had a lot of second serve opportunities. She moves better than anybody. She covers, she reaches better than anybody. She goes back for the lob better than anybody. So she's playing better than anybody. I don't know. I think she's playing better than anybody.
Well, I've lost to Pam a few times, but that'll get me up for an opponent more than a person that I've never lost to. I seem to enjoy less and less playing her because we are such good friends, and it really, I seem to feel the strain more now than I did in the past. I don't know why, but I don't necessarily get up for it more. I want to win just as bad as I do against anyone else, but it's not a pleasurable win.
serve. 2 points. Points for Martina Navratilova. The pride of Prague in Fort Worth, Texas.
Three-time champion of the U.S. Open. That has a nice ring to it, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. I think I expected a closer match today, and perhaps you people did too, but I think you got your money's worth out of me yesterday. I was still able to get up for it today because it is the U.S. Open final, and if you can't get up for that, then you're in trouble. So anyhow, I'm glad that it came out the way it did. I felt very lucky yesterday, and I know I'm lucky to be here today, and I'm very thankful to a lot of people for that.
And I think a lot of people here thank you for being the greatest woman player in the world. Let's go back to Tim Ryan.
Keep her from having too many of those.
Martina Navratilova with the trophy representing the women's singles championship, and a very solid performance, I think safe to say. It was not as dramatic as her semifinal victory, but she asserted her dominance as the best woman player in the world.
It was really being excited about, this is my chance to get back and show everybody what I can still do. So I was excited. I'm the defending champion, although I'm not the favorite, which is great. The pressure's off. I can just go out there and go for it. I've been for quantity, is great, but quality still counts the most.
Game, set, and that's it. And Martina very happy because she got a scare early. Gabriela Sabatini played well, had a set point for the first set. Martina survived it and winds up winning in straight sets, 7-5, 6-3. Advantage Navratilova.
It's a good play to serve when the airplanes are going over. It's tough to pick up the noise. Well, it looked like Martina was ready to shake hands there. But for an inch, she would be up there shaking hands with the #1 player in the world.
Advantage Navratilova.
It's her third match point. Something about tennis, you can't stall, the clock doesn't run out. You've got to go and win it.
Quiet, please. Quiet, thank you.
Martina Navratilova. 7-6, 6-1. She's done it again. Going over to talk to her coach, to Pancho Segura.
Not quite as difficult at the U.S. Open. You don't have to climb the north face of the center court the way Pat Cash had to do.
All right, Tony. Well, it was an exciting day here at the U.S. Open. Her fourth U.S. Open Championship, Martina Navratilova.
It was in women's doubles. There is the trophy. And Martina Navratilova, with her partner Pam Shriver, defeated Liz Smiley and Kathy Jordan. And for Martina, now the opportunity to complete a rare triple.
Pat, I don't know how Emilio Sanchez and Martina Navratilova are doing out there. I'm having a heart attack just watching this match. Both teams now have had match points. And once again, Navratilova and Sanchez have it in this tiebreak. Annacone serving at 12-13. That's it! They've got the triple. Martina needed to play 2 matches today, 2 doubles finals. Both went the distance, and she's done it. Martina just missed it last year. She and Peter Fleming lost their mixed doubles final on this grandstand to Sergio Casale and Raffaella Reggi, but she's done it this time. Tennis history being made and rewritten once again by Martina Navratilova.
Went down to the wire with match points both ways. But Emilio hit a great shot when it mattered and finally came through.
Who was more nervous, you or you? You must have felt...
I was so nervous because I felt like Martina wanted to win anyway, so I was very nervous for her. And my game was not that good, so it was difficult.
You two were terrific. Congratulations. That's a riot.
The champion in singles, the women's champion here at the U.S. Open, then won the doubles earlier today with Pam Shriver, and just moments ago won the mixed doubles with Emilio Sanchez 14-12, and she had the winning shot in the tiebreaker in the 3rd set. Tremendous day for Martina Navratilova, tremendous tournament.
Navratilova. They win 5-7, 6-4, 6-4.
Billie Jean King, and you're, of course, very familiar with Martina in doubles.
Well, Martina Navratilova, first, she's the only left-hander out here today, and she's so powerful and aggressive. She'll be moving at every situation she can. She'll be going, coaching, trying to take over.
Martina Navratilova serving for the match against the #1 team in the world. (30-15). What happened there?
Martina's teasing Gigi.
It's been tough. Match point. That's it.
What a great point to end it on.
Yeah, this is a Puerto Rican and an ex-Czech, but we make a hell of an American doubles team. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone. The 1990 U.S. Women's Doubles Champions, Martina Navratilova and Gigi Fernandez. Thank you.
There they are. 1990 Women's Doubles Champions. Gigi Fernandez and Martina Navratilova, 6-2, 6-4.
supposedly her last match or whatever, perhaps the last match. This was the last match. I didn't play scared, I didn't play nervous, I just played the way I can play, and that's what I would say to anybody. Just do what you love and love what you do and leave it all out there. You know, I could have just kept playing until I won 8 tournaments somewhere, but this definitely puts more pressure on when you say this is your last event. That was weird, but now that I knew this was my last one, I was as relaxed as I've ever been. It was amazing.
Martina Navratilova began her professional tennis career in 1975. All those in attendance at Arthur Ashe Stadium, perhaps witnessing the last point in the career of that woman, Martina Navratilova. 2006 U.S. Open mixed doubles champion with her partner Bob Bryan. She will walk away from the game a Grand Slam champion for the 59th time.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 2006 U.S. Open mixed doubles
What to say? I really get to speak tomorrow. That's my big speech. But first of all, bad luck to Martin and Kveta, but well done to Martin. He won his first Grand Slam today earlier, playing doubles with Leander Pace, my former mixed partner. Well done. See, if you play long enough, good things happen. I should know. I want to thank most of all Bob for, wow, when he was serving, all I had to do was actually just sit down on the chair because it didn't matter if I was there or not. Amazing doubles player. It was so much fun, so positive, and it was a pleasure. Thank you so much for giving me this last title. Appreciate that. It's such a fantastic event. It's grown so much over the years. The lady in this locker room, one of them just told me she had a flashback of when I won my first title here in '83. I was like, oi. It's been quite a run, and there are so many people to thank that have been involved with my career over the years. So it's been quite special. My mom, she'll find out about it when she wakes up. She is actually very happy that I'm not going to play anymore because she gets so nervous. So she's like, thank God, it's over now. The fans, you guys are amazing. Thank you. What can I say? Thank you for a great ride, and like Andre said, I'll take this memory with me and all of you with me for the rest of my life. Thank you so much for being here and hanging around. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's have one more round of applause for Martina Navratilova and Bob Bryan.
Phenom, legend, icon, pioneer, all those words fail to adequately describe my former doubles partner, Martina Navratilova. 33 years her career spanned. She won her first major in 1974. Who wasn't even born in 1974 who's watching today in this stadium? That was at the French Open mixed doubles, and last night, winning her last of 59 major titles. Winning over 340 titles in singles, doubles, and mixed. These are things that will never, ever happen again. 18 singles major titles, 9 Wimbledon singles, 16 US Open titles. I could go on and on about the numbers, but it's about the heart and the spirit of the soul of Martina Navratilova, and I'm pleased that she is in the US Open Court of Champions, my friend.
Our rivalry was unique. It spanned 16 years, and the beautiful thing about it was the contrast, the different countries, the different playing styles, the different personalities, but what I think was most unique was the respect and the affection that we had for one another, because let me tell you, at the end of the day, one of us was always comforting and consoling each other after a long, hard match in a tournament. So for me, that camaraderie and that caring, that was what made this rivalry so unique.
I must say, it is truly an honor to be a part of this Court of Champions. It is an amazing company that I'm keeping, with Chris already having been inducted, Jimmy Connors, Yvonne Lendl, McEnroe, Billie Jean King, Margaret Court, Rod Laver. It's a pretty serious company. I'm very, very honored to be a part of that group. Katharine Hepburn once told me that it is not what you do in life, it is what you finish. So now I have finished something, and it is time to move on and put my energies into new and exciting adventures. I want to thank all you fans over the decades for inspiring me to always do my very best, and I hope that I have inspired you likewise. And with that, I will give you a little piece of advice that I will, in a very short story. A wise woman asked a little girl, "What do you want to have written on your headstone?" And after the girl gave her answer, the very wise woman said, "Then live that life." So to all of you, I say, figure out what you want on that headstone and go ahead and live that life. Thank you very much.
Thank you, the one and only Martina Navratilova.
Martina Navratilova, as you know, had come from Prague, Czechoslovakia, and she was an American citizen at the time. So she had defected from Prague. She was #1 in the world, #1 on the American team. I was #2. So the first match, I played on center court. Martina was on the back court. She was playing #1, I was playing #2. She's playing on a back court, but it had a fence. And people were climbing the fence to watch her play. I kind of looked up to the top there, and there's like a balcony with communist leaders. And everybody's giving Martina a standing ovation, and they're just sitting down, and they're not clapping, they're not doing anything. They're just sitting there, not doing anything. Fast forward, we get to the finals, and guess who we play? Czechoslovakia. Martina wins, I win my match, we win our doubles, we ended up winning. But what happened was, after Martina's match, when she went to shake hands with Hannah, I look up at the communist leaders again, and they stood up and applauded. We were all crying. We were all crying. It transcended tennis. It transcended tennis. To me, when I think about my career, and I think about Wimbledon and US Opens and those tournaments that I've won, this memory is going to be #1 on in my whole tennis career, and it will be. So I just wanted to say that.